My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Blueprints. I have some meta goals to tell you about. Our list of meta goals as it currently stands is opening the treasure trove chest when you spawn it outside with the Blessing of the Monk, removing more crates until there are none left, figuring out what the castle 3x6 sequence is. That's the sequence of letters that are down there in the Blessing of the Chess Pieces room. Translate the rest of Lady Clara's letter, open the blue door, a new save file for 1 hour to room 46, day 1 room 46, dare mode room 46, curse mode room 46, each of those just being trophies. And then spawn roses on tomb by getting the bunk room and calling it a day in the bunk room, because we know from Lady Clara's diary that when she called it a day in the bunk room, a rose was already spawned on her husband's tomb the next morning. And that sounds like it could be permanent progression of a kind. And also, to gain the power of the pawn, and then use the power of the pawn to gain the power of the rook. So that's from the chess pieces again downstairs. And that's because we have blue memos from our blue tent. That is, each blue room we draft on the 8th rank will contain a hidden blue memo. So we get 5 blue memos each run, ideally from now on. And we found in the last run, in the nook up here in the top left, a blue memo that said, what was it exactly? The rook can perform a special move with another piece. And I know that the rook can perform the move castling, and I just said that there's like a code down there that says castle, so I do think those are probably related. But the only way that I feel like I can get 2 chess pieces to both interact in the same run would be to get the pawn and then turn the pawn into the rook. So I'm going to try that as well. I have Sinker Company, Brass Compass, 2 gems and 2 keys from our no contact delivery yesterday. Also 16 gems held over from the previous day, as well as like 190 coins. Let's draft the bunk room outside, because I know I am going to do that. And I would like to see if the journal, specifically, that spawns in the bunk room, spawns a different document when it's spawned outside. Because a lot of things that spawn documents seem to spawn different documents when they're outside. Bunk room. Everything absolutely the same so far. Good to see you, buddy. This is also the exact same. Okay, so there's nothing different in here. However, I have the Blessing of the Monk for 2 more days, so I'm still going to rest in the bunk room, because currently the bunk room is also a rare room for me, because I made it rare. But if I want to rest in the bunk room, it'll spawn for me again tomorrow, so I can use that again and again and again to call it a day here in the bunk room, permanently progressing those roses. Again, I haven't slept in the bunk room and then gone to the tomb to check if a new rose has spawned and whether or not that's done something. I'm literally just taking Lady Clara's word for it. I'm going to try it a bunch of times, and then I will see the tomb after the Blessing of the Monk is done. All right, into the run. Study. Yeah, there's a reason I made this common. Gems are very easy for me to nullify right now. 1208 should work. There we go. Gems are a very easy cost for me to kind of just bypass a lot of the time right now. I've got a coat check with a, oh my god! Electronic key card. I could literally go into the foundation right now and go to the final floor. Right now. I even have the ability to reroll there. You know what? I'm going to do that. So here's the big reasoning behind that. It'll give me the ability to spawn those 8 blue memos. Those 5 blue memos each run on rank 8 very, very early. So if any of those give me actionable information for this run, I then have the entire rest of the building to actually enact whatever I've learned. Hell yeah. Here's the basement door. There's my keycard. Give me the elevator. Hang on. Clicked it too early. This is great. I've also got to make sure that I spawn a... I've got a queen room already. I've got to have a king room too. Okay. Yep. Observatory points in a pretty good direction. It's a blue room. Observatory is possibly one of the, more annoying rooms to get the blue memo in. Like, for instance, like Rotunda, it's literally just like there, ready, available for you immediately. Here you have to fiddle with some wheels a little bit. Oh. Pop that down twice. Oh. The largest planet in the night sky is named after the Paragon of Ash. Okay, so does that mean that each blue room always spawns the same blue memo? Because this observatory gave me this memo before. Oh no, that means we get a lot less information from this than I thought. Damn. Well, let me grab the ability to reroll with my stars now. Alright. I'm gonna go dining room. It points in the correct directions, and also, I mean, it's a bunch of food as well right now. Dinner's immediately served. I don't need that porterhouse steak. In fact, I'm not gonna take any food just yet. I might still get weight room very soon. However, this should have a unique blue memo for us. Blue memo, where are you hiding? I'll find you, buddy. Oh, just you wait. Not under the table, not on the chairs. Oh, gotcha. There are 10 different dishes that can be served in this room. So what does the number 10 mean to me? Well, there's 9 ranks here, and then the 10th rank is the room 46, but also, if there's 9 ranks here, and I don't know if this is the case, but I haven't had a porterhouse steak in a while. I wonder, does dining room give you a different meal depending on the rank in which it's spawned? So there's 9 different meals for these ranks, and if that is the case, does that mean that dining room has a new meal that it can serve if you spawn it outside? Is that what's being suggested here? Make absolutely certain I have a screenshot of that. That's my guess so far. We'll see how it pans out. So I want observatory, annoyingly. But I really want to redraw from star cost before I do that. Laboratory. I'm just going to take laboratory here. I can even log into security. Myself, experiment setup. First time you enter each room on the 9th rank. remove a crate from the tunnel. Very easy. I'm going to take 2 or more gems, remove a crate from the tunnel, because that'll happen more times, and I think there's only 1 crate left in there, but again, I don't know if when I destroy that crate, if there will be something inside of it that spawns, or if I start removing different crates from elsewhere on the estate, and that becomes useful. I couldn't tell you. What I can tell you is it's time to use the ability to log into the network to check the staff services first. No new staff announcement for today. We'll also return to the network for the active terminal in the security. And then I'm going to turn the intensity of keycard security up. Because I have a keycard, so I might as well bypass as many doors with it as possible. Return to the security menu. Look at the estate. Okay. All good. Nothing hanging around the estate waiting for us to get it. Yep, a lot of these are going to be locked. That's fine. That's because I'm in way late ranks of the dungeon right now. Alright, let's see if this one will even let me ride. Can I come out this way? Nope. How about this way? Hey! Not ballroom, please. Definitely don't need utility closet. I will redraw with stars. Code check for bypassing gem cost. I honestly don't think I really do need that right now. $10 points in pretty useful directions for us. Maybe I should spawn the den late for its. I mean, realistically, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for keys, largely. I'll take commissary. There's some keys. Now with these resources, I'm going to head back to trying to draft out that 8th rank for the blue memos. Again, I think it's probably the most reliable and powerful progression that I'm capable of generating right now. Drafting Studio Vault, no thank you. This is a redraw. Chamber of Mirrors. I like Chamber of Mirrors a lot. I don't think I can take it here, though. I can't necessarily access it from multiple sides, certainly yet. Maybe ever. I'm taking the Chamber of Mirrors. I'll figure out how to use it, and it will be powerful enough for to justify that, rather. I don't need to... I'll head out the other side of the commissary, because I'm looking to come around and then back up. I need something to come into each side of the Chamber of Mirrors, ideally. Observatory. This one's actually a lot better, because now I've spent some stars. Conference room so that things don't spread around the building, though, I really like too. Take the observatory. L'Oreal is bloom in the sky, and it's a sale. I was really hoping for more Clavis the Key action right there. Closed exhibit. I mean, yeah, I could actually take closed exhibit in this position. All the doors are security locked. I wouldn't be able to actually get the crown, but it would just be a good-shaped room. Yeah, I need something better than that, I think. Security gymnasium. We'll take gymnasium. Because I want to be able to utilize the benefit of the red crown. The red crown's actually really powerful. Hey, from the original side, I can hit another thing and get some stuff there. Cool. I mean, passageway, because I really do need some help drafting downwards as well. If the drawing room was rotated, I'd take it. Dark room. No. I need reliability here. Conference room. That'll do it. Oh my god, another passageway immediately to the south? Actually, I think I'll just take spare bedroom on that one. Okay, it's a orange in that spare bedroom. Darkroom furnace garage. Here, I'm actually going to take the garage, literally, in order to pick up some keys. Okay. So we got an entrance to another side of the conference room here. Yeah, perfect. And then all of that's locked as well. Can't access that on this side, so hang on. Can I access any of them? Yeah, I can access this one over here. 5 coins in. Oh, I can access most of them right now. Single key. Okay, this room is a lot more valuable. Is it? Second workshop. No, thank you. Well, how rare is the workshop? How rare have I made my workshop? Standard? You never need 2 of them, and I have a lot of control over rerolls. I think if I need a workshop, I can get a workshop. I don't need that to help me for that. No, that one's open. Is it this one? Yep, okay. So now I can get the final corner as well. What do you got for me? Passageway, yep. Oh, sorry, passageway. This one, the commonplace hallway with 4 entrant exits that has no cost. Yeah, I will take another copy of that one, actually. Thank you. Yes, please. Alright. This was the final one that I hit. I want to go back up to the top. Still can't access that old, Oh yeah, it's both of the sides on me. Still can't access that. Or those 2 final, oranges from this side, but that's fine. Cool. Oh, no, I need to be able to go in all directions here, unfortunately. I am realizing the problem here, though. Without the ability to rotate, it's actually going to be really difficult for me to generate the ability to go into that middle space as well as this right space. Left space, sorry. I can't tell positions. Dovecoat, I can rotate you. That's nice. Walk-in closet seems like it'd be a great thing to find the memo in. Classroom, code check. I mean, I'm getting blue rooms. I think I just have to take something like Dan, yeah. There it is. The sin associated with this room is often associated with one's use of time. So I believe that's related to the puzzle in room 8, which suggests that one of the animals would feel comfortable spending a minute or 10 in the den, and that animal's associated with sloth, the sin. Yeah, kind of... Okay. Basically, okay is my response to that. I want information that I don't have, not information that I do. Office. I'm gonna redraw. Drawing room. Perfect. Goes in all the appropriate directions for us, has the ability to redraw, and it has a new blue memo that I've not seen before. Oh, okay, not there, not there, not there. Maybe it's behind here? Nope. Oh, found you. Months are slightly longer than days. Wait. Months are slightly longer than days. Oh. I think that's a reference to the code in this room, which is to say that the code is month and day encoded by the length of the step. Yeah, that is it. That's disappointing. I'm really reliant on these blue rooms telling me things I don't know, so when they tell me things I do know, I actually get pretty ornery about it, I think. seems to be the case here. Yeah, tell me something I don't know, but literally. Electric eel aquarium. Also a boiler room. Close that exhibit. Sure, give me the walk-in closet. I'll take the, ooh, car keys. Great. Head back to the garage. So I need to get the left entrance or the right entrance to the antechamber as well as its southern entrance in order to get to the other side of that chamber of mirrors at the moment. Right. No, I might actually be able to access it just from the other sides of the currently accessible. There we go. Ooh, secret garden as well as the battery. I already have so much food back up in that dining room as well, so I don't have to worry about running out of steps at any point. Speaking of not running out of steps at any point as well. Hey? No, don't lower walls like that. Ever. Okay, I think final entrance from the foundation will be enough to have all of that open. I need more keys. I could go back to the earlier ranks in order to try and find a bunch of open rooms and use those to get keys, but I also might not have to. Yeah, easy. This one goes to this position. Honestly, I kind of did want Paul here, but I'm a little terrified that if I do put Paul there, it will then tell me that the blue memo is underwater. But I probably have the ability to spawn the locker and pump room and come back in time, so sure, fine. Just looking around. Well, at the moment, I do believe it's probably buried. Buried. Underwater, rather. It's buried, but instead of dirt, it's water? Yeah, pool is certainly a blue room. I feel like it's going to be on the backside of one of these pillars after I take the water down, but I feel like it's not going to be visible until I take the water down. Never mind. There is only one location in the estate where every room in the drafting pool can be drafted. That location is the outer room via the usage of the Blessing of the Monk. I feel like I've clocked on to like a lot of the things that the game is using these blue things to suggest. But I don't know what those accomplish, and that's the next step that I really hope the game helps me with at some point. Like, I have so many doors that don't have keys and so many keys that don't have doors at the moment. I want them to connect to one another. Servant's quarters. I only have our bedroom on the estate, so that's not actually going to be especially helpful. Yeah, I'll take for you. All right, first experiment success for removing a crate from the tunnel there. I'm gonna enjoy a lunch as well, and you know what? No, because I will draft I would happily draft the weight room, but at the same time, I just spawned Secret Garden, and Secret Garden just spread all of its food around the house, and specifically it spread all of its food in the conference room over there. So I'm not too worried. Sure. Also, via the Secret Garden, now I have access to both the left and right sides of the antechamber, should I want them. Hallway, closet, corridor, servants' quarters. I mean, corridor I could totally take, but it, you know. No great reason to. Same with spare bedroom here, but fine. Sleep mask. That's actually a really good reason to have spare bedroom. It often spawns the sleep mask, but also it's just some step upkeep for going into bedrooms that you haven't been into before. So boom, +5 for that. Nice. I was very specifically digging for the possibility of getting a key. Already bought everything out of this store. Suppose I should go to the conference room and get the food first. Yeah, far more than I need. Speaking of, yum. Security, chapel, and Great Hall. I'll be taking the Great Hall here. I do not yet have a... I do not yet have a spawn king space that I'm aware of. I also don't yet have spawned a bishop space, so I should make sure that I get those. I just hit levers when I walk past them, just in case they end up being relevant. I can't really foresee the world in which I end up regretting that. Here, give me a hallway closet. 3 items in. Ooh, lucky rabbit's foot, metal detector, and another key. Okay, so our key problem is probably gone now. Well, not completely. It might happen one more time, but like, it'll be really easy to resolve. Pump room. Control water flow throughout the estate. So I do want to go to the pump room. I'm going to have to be very strict about where the entrance hall spawns positions, but I'm going to take the pump room because I really want to fill up the reservoir more. There's that key. And I know I can take it all out of the fountain because it takes the same pumps. Ideally, I'll get the fountain completely empty and the reservoir completely empty, and then I can keep the pool empty as well at the same time. As soon as that resolves, I'll hit reservoir and then tell it to flow in the other direction. Flip reservoir again. Great. I think first I will actually get pool fully drained as well. Because that will actually be functional for me in almost every run. Whereas fountain, I will still need reservoir at the right level for fountain to be relevant right now. Just right now, at least. Okay, and then it's... to reservoir, back to pool. Back to reservoir. One last time back to pool to take its final drainage. And then I need fountain to be set up to drain into the other tank. And we're done. So fountain's empty now. Pool is empty now. Reservoir is completely filled. In fact, overfilled. And I can drain all of that with my experiments in order to permanently remove water from the system. I am leaning towards taking another closet. Ivory dye, given the amount of... the extreme, frankly, amount of control that I have over what I draft, where I draft, it's a little underwhelming. Yeah, code check. Classroom, nope. There we go. We'll use the ivory dye here. Nook, heading in the wrong direction. Library 2, because they're trying to draft... I'm trying to draft downwards, whereas most things think that you're trying to draft upwards. I have a clock tower, though, so sauna's not bad. Ooh, hang on. What does this mean now? I have shovel, broken lever, and battery pack. Did I make a workshop? I did not make a workshop yet. I need to be drafting by gem cost. I haven't been doing that much at all, and you know, I've probably removed the only crate that there is to remove. But if I want to be certain about it, I need to try and remove more. And then be certain that it only managed to affect one. Can I go the full... Literally, I can go the full way around in here. Cool. And then I could take foundation to get back out of the building, or I could draft south from the spare bedroom. Let's draft south from the spare bedroom first. I don't want the code check emerald bracelet because I would like to spend my gems, please. I did not yet have a bishop room, because bishop rooms, as far as I have tracked so far, and I haven't tracked all of the pieces in all of the rooms. I stopped doing that after a certain point, but I think I need to get back to doing that, to be entirely honest with you. However, the 3 rooms that I'm aware of with the bishop in at the moment are the chapel, the rumpus room, and the attic. Just those 3. You know what? I will take foyer. Remove another crate from the tunnel, please. I'm so tempted to take the walk-in closet. Armory, parlor, bedroom. Showroom. Another crate removed from the tunnel. Moon pendant for more tomorrow. Chronograph, the ability to rewind after redraws. Yeah, that's also important. Master key, I honestly don't think I'm going to need it. Walk-in closet, you say? I think this one is just going to be a courtyard headed in all the right directions for us. Oh, there's the sledgehammer as well. Conservatory. I never pass it up. Because if it gives me the ability to do things like adjust, for instance, the rarity of the attic, it would be absurd. Vault, I'm going to make you standard, because I do kind of want you every run, but 3 gems is still a little bit expensive. Chapel, I'm going to make you common. I have so much money that realistically you are not a downside that actually matters. Office. I'm specifically choosing office, again, crate removed from tunnel, experiment success, but also because this is now a king room, so I believe I have all of the rooms that I would need in order to change my power. I mean, I need things that open in multiple directions right here. Oh, that'll do it. Closed exhibit with a den leading behind it. And go time. Time for the crown heist. Yoink. The crown is mine! Courtyard. Opens in all the appropriate directions. Has bunches of items in. It's so good. Whole stupid mess of gems in here as well. And another ordinary key. The insane density of value in a standard courtyard. So this is definitely somewhere where I want a dead end. I could take ballroom literally just for another experiment success. Use the red crown for a redraw. Yep, 100% it's the mailroom. Treasure map should I need it. Classroom planetarium. I mean, again, this can be a dead end, so it could be an additional key for tomorrow via a planetarium. I suppose at this point I should also be pushing my rerolls to try and find a freezer. Closure drop. It's got a bunch of dig spots and gems in it. It also removes another crate. Again, I don't expect there are more crates to remove, especially because I got the final mail delivery, and then the game kept saying a new letter has been delivered, a new letter has been delivered, but I went there and there were no new letters. It just still terminated after the, I think it was 9th. Weight room leads in all the right directions. The only right direction, though, is just straightforward at the moment, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get. Treasure trove, sure, but not right now. Passageway, I'll take me there, sure. So glad to have another copy of this. I'll take a security so that I have access both north and south here. And now it's time to be picky. Alright, the first one I'm going to take will be Trophy Room because it's a bunch of gems for later rerolls as well as removing something. Nice to do both of those. This north one, ideally, it's a freezer. I'll reroll as many times as I need to in order to get a freezer hit, though. And I'll try to use... Oh, Treasure Trove, though. Treasure Trove is very important to me. I'll always have the ability to reroll back to the Treasure Trove at least. What if there's somewhere I need to power sledge that I haven't thought about? Seriously not going to give me the freezer after all of this? Oh my god. Yeah, maybe the freezer literally just can't spawn here. Alright. Yep. We've officially spent too many resources for me to be comfortable continuing the reroll. I'm headed back to and drafting my treasure room. I definitely spent significantly more here than I needed to, but it's also really, really, truly not going to be a problem. In the treasure room. Money! Whoa! Loads of money! L-O-D-S-E-M-O-N-E-Y. What's it spelled? Loads of money, probably. The last door of 8 is in the inner sanctum. So this is referring to the last, the sanctum key is locked behind the last door of 8. And there is a thought like, oh, is the last door of 8 those 8 doors in the sanctum? No, it's the 8 doors that you can open in the mechanarium that it's referring to for that. So again, like, I feel like the game is giving me hints for things that I've already solved at this point, and I'm trying to progress through those until I get to the point that it gives me hints for things I haven't. Now, I could either call it a day in the dining room to try and find out what the 10th meal is, or I could do the bunk room thing again. I feel pretty strongly about the bunk room thing, because, like, the 10th meal... Maybe the 10th meal is meta progression of some kind. Maybe it's a hint of some kind. I don't know. Oh, hello, money. Can I flip another coin in there? No? Okay, it's only fun to do while there's water. Got it. What, you're not going to donate a coin to the pond just because you don't get a wish in return? You can still write that donation off on your taxes. A single gold coin. And here is where we will call it a day. Should I check on those gems? Just the gem removal? I think I should go check on those gems. Sorry, the gems. The gem removal. The gem removal of crates. I should go check on those crates. Just to see if anything has changed down there. I know that there will be one more crate at least that has removed. If I have to tell you what I truly expect, I think that crate's going to be gone and nothing will be different down there. But I have to satisfy that question. Oh, it removes another crate up here at the very front. Cool. Yep. I mean, we're going to be blocked up here because I don't have a boiler room spawned. But yeah, that's absolutely every crate removed from the tunnel. Okay, I don't think I need that in my packages, my sync packet anymore. Sync a packet, rather, for experimentation. And then I've got to go down here and set up my new power. Still feels like this itself is destructible in some way, but not with a sledgehammer. Because we brought a sledgehammer down here to destruct this castle, which shows the secret maneuver of the rook. All right, let's do this stuff now. Chapel was like there, right? Rook in the corner. You were... Wait, you are... King, you were there, office. Queen, study, pawn, where, bedroom? Actually, I'll just put you in the dining room. There you are. Night security. Choose your piece to receive a permanent new power. So, ambition of the pawn. When you reach rank 8 each day, you may choose Knight, Bishop, Rook, or Queen. Gain the power of that piece until the end of the day. So you'd be able to have one piece, the pawn, and select another piece. So you might be able to enact a special move. It might not be referring to castling, but maybe it's also literally just referring to the fact that the castle is written there. Armory, seen it before. Gambit of the Queen. Each time you draft a room on Queen's side, the West Wing house, lose 5 steps and gain a key. Honestly, I really don't think that's anything. Banner of the King. Each day you may choose a color. Room of the chosen color are more likely to be drawn while drafting. Now, the reason to pay attention to this, each day you may choose a color, rooms of the chosen color are more likely to be drawn while drafting, is because the King and the Rook are the 2 pieces that perform the maneuver castling. I wonder. If it's also possible that they want me to have the Banner of the King. We start a new day. It gives me a color. Rooms of the chosen color are more likely to be drawn while drafting. And then in that run, I have to also trade my trade to Rook. Wait, hang on. I don't know. Piety the Bishop. I don't think this is relevant at all. Get 30 gold the first time you enter chapel each day with this power. I have so much money that's really not a thing. And then Resilience of the Rook. You may draw floor plans up to 4 times when drafting the 4 corner rooms of your house. So, first things first, I'm going to take the pawn. Okay, right. So it locks me out of being able to change these. Got it. I can see how they might be suggesting that in order to enact the castle, you change your king for a rook, right? So you have king active at the start of the day, then you do that, then you get rook. The first thing I'm going to try is using the ambition of the pawn to give me the rook tomorrow, and then seeing if that does anything. Gotta be thorough, gotta test these things. Because I could see either of those being the solution. Alright, back up to the bunk bed, time to rest. I've got 2 more days of resting in a bunk bed and spawning new bunk beds. And then 1 final day after that of resting in the final bunk bed. And then I will spawn Tomb, so that I can check on Simon H. Sinclair's grave and see if a bunch of new roses are there, and especially if there's a bunch of new roses and maybe another thing. I've been theorizing privately that the other thing might end up being the key for the chest in the treasure trove, and then the treasure trove chest has the Scepter of Arinda, and then you get the Scepter of Arinda and the blue crown, or the crown of blueprints, and the deadly stone at the same time, and then the blue door downstairs opens to you. It's a guess. That's what I'm working with at the moment. I'll be calling it a day here in the bunk. The Garden Chateau of the Dead. 5 green rooms, 12 dead end rooms, 134 steps taken, 15 items found. We got another passageway permanently, obviously increased the treasure trove again, removed the final chests from downstairs. Got a couple new blue memos, unfortunately many of them not necessarily especially helpful. We've also changed a lot of the water in the system, so the pool room will be much more useful for us. We've got clock tower, sauna, mail room, giving us additional bonuses for the next day. Planetarium 2, just another key because of the clock tower. And of course, if the bunk room is progressing anything, we progress that. Very calm little day there, just going through the steps. Also, obviously, got the ambition of the pawn, which we'll be playing with in the next episode. Until then, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Blueprints. A special thanks this episode to Dyla. Hopefully, you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully, we'll see you all next time.